Hello there, Cancer. Welcome to your May 11th reading. Um, we have a very interesting May 11th week here. I feel like what's really interesting actually to me because, like I said, I started this as kind of an experiment. I've been having a lot of fun, amazing feedback from you guys, so I really appreciate it, and from everybody. Cancer has been definitely up at the top, which is no surprise. But what's most interesting to me is like the confirmation that I'm getting from week to week over the month. I mean, these readings kind of been just mirroring what I said in the monthly readings a lot of the time, and I think you're getting a lot of the same messages over. So I think it's very important for you to listen to these messages. You particularly, I know how Cancerians are they can be sensitive, sensitive souls. So you pick up on a lot of stuff. Like I said, the bad times are in the past, and you definitely need to stop worrying. I get worrying a lot about a lot of things. I'm picking that up from like a lot of you, so just know that. But you definitely need to stop worrying. But I think it's because since all the bad stuff is really, I mean, we really astrologically, it's like we have no like challenges ever like for a good while here. But I think the cancers, the Pisces, the water signs and stuff are feeling those. The astrologers say like the ripples. So it's like I think you're feeling the ripples a lot, but I don't think you have anything to worry about. I mean, your first card is the Nine of Clubs, one of my favorite cards, and this is like all of a sudden. Like I said, I feel like you got the same message last week. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it, but it's kind of interesting. This is like all of a sudden success coming to you. It just like pops out of nowhere. And actually, what I just kind of got right there was that it's like you just need to you can just manifest these things, but you just have to do it. That's what I'm hearing. There's something maybe you're thinking about doing that you need to definitely do, because boom, it'll the success will just literally pop into your life very quickly. I always say that this card, and this card in particular, the Nine of Clubs, it represents like a bunch of plants to me. All those clubs on there are just like a bunch of plants, and it's like a harvest card for me. It's like you can go and just collect these things whenever you want, and they're just there. But like I said, it's kind of like they popped up overnight. It's a very like just like all of a sudden kind of thing. And to confirm that, you got this next, which is the Six of Clubs, and this is quite simply financial success and being comfortable and money coming in, and it's all those things that can come in with it, and what I'm getting is it's also it could for some of you could also be aid, like somebody giving you, maybe somebody giving you money, or just helping you like along the way, you having a business idea and somebody giving you something or something like that. But it's just a success card. If you have a job too, this is job success, career success, bonus, things like that coming in. So next you have the Six of Spades, which is actually not a bad card. People always want to call these bad cards. There's no bad cards. There's nothing bad that can happen. But the Six of Spades in particular usually represents, can actually, to me, it represents improving. And, just like slow, steady improvements. Like you're starting to see these things. I think a lot of you are actually seeing these things before they happen. Cancer, you guys can be kind of very psychic. You can, in a lot of ways. A lot of people think Pisces is the most psychic, but Cancers too. Cancers can be very intuitive and things like that. I think you're seeing these things. Maybe they're not coming as quickly as you want them to, is what I'm getting, but they're definitely coming. Like I said, this is like, kind of like steady, maybe not what you want to hear, but, slow, steady improvements. Although, like I said, I don't think it's going to be that slow, because you got, this card, which is all of a sudden. But you're definitely seeing these improvements. And I think it's making you, just looking at what I got here, I think it's making you feel more comfortable about, just life in general, and things. I think you're definitely feeling, more comfortable in your life and things like that. So up next, you have the Four of Clubs. And this card this is why I said, I feel like you guys get the same message every week. And I do think you got this message last week, if I'm not mistaken. But this card just means just to to not accept things as they are, and to not blindly accept things, like to you know, definitely investigate things, but it's also more importantly what I'm thinking is that, don't just accept your current situation, because you are not stuck there by any means. And you can all of a sudden pop right out of it. And I think you got this card last week, like I said. So I think what it's really asking you to do is it's really asking you to, like, grab a hold of something with those pinchers of yours, and just kind of dive right in, because you will be extremely successful. I'm actually going to draw another card for Cancer here, just because I kind of want to get a little clarification here. I'm going to actually move your old cards out of the way here. But let's see. So you have the Queen of Hearts. Let me just round those cards up. The Queen of Hearts is a very good card, number one. And she's a fire sign. So like I say, I don't attach sex to my card. So if you're a male listening to this, this is you. If you're female, it doesn't matter what you are. This is you. And I think, it's coming up in a very positive way. I think, and if you even look at the card, she's kind of got her hand behind her back, and she almost looks like she's relaxing. So I feel like that's literally what this card is telling me, is that you are finally maybe relaxing, feeling more relaxed, or at least you can relax now, because you got some really good things coming in. This card's calling to me as well, and it was just right there, so I'm going to pull it. Nine of Diamonds doesn't get any better than this. This is money, great things coming to you. I'm definitely feeling this a little bit more in the future maybe, but it's definitely coming. Like I said, you have these like slow, steady improvements and things, but you also have all of a sudden things. And this is, the Nine of Diamonds, what I'm getting is this is something new. Which would actually, if it was something all of a sudden, that would kind of make sense. So there you go. Thanks a lot, Cancer, for watching this video. I really do appreciate it.